We're going to talk about something now that I don't think we probably would have thought a year or two ago we'd be talking about. We're actually talking about e-games now.
E-sports.
And this e-sports. And we have James Clemens, Pamela Paquette with us. And she is joined up by Lance Chaffin. How are y'all doing today?
I'm doing well. How about
I'm
you?
doing good.
Doing good.
Yeah,
So
all right.
you're the coach of this, correct?
I am.
Okay, so how do you coach e-games? E-sports.
Esports. This is my first year doing this. I had never played this game, so I had to actually download the game and play it and figure out what on earth do they need to do. And then I just watched them for the first couple of weeks to see, okay, how do they play? How do they play together? I had a total of 12 kids. Only 10 can play at a time because you have 5 on a team. And I had to figure out how do they mesh together and who plays best together and figure it out just like
any coach.
It's like any sport. You got to put your best on best.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is just, whenever I first heard about this coming out, we all kind of had the same reaction. Okay, we're telling kids to get off the couch and play sports, and then now we're saying, okay, let's get back in here and play video games. So,
Yeah.
oh, is that basically it? Or
Which we understand this is elite level. We know it's not, we understand that.
And there's only certain games that can be played. It's not like any game
Right.
can be played, and it has to be something that can be done as a team. Just like any team sport. So that the kids learn to communicate together. They learn how to work together. They learn how to have good sportsmanship. I was a soccer coach for years, so it just went from me being on a soccer field to sitting in a classroom and making sure that they're doing the right things
so are they
computer.
actually sports games, or is it like Fortnite or Halo? Or
Well, let's let Lance. So what are you actually? What game are you actually playing?
Right. But
Lance?
before you get into that, Lance, I want to ask you. So I don't know. Have y'all guys seen esports on like
No.
TBS?
No, I hadn't.
Jay, first of all, son, have you, Coach?
No.
All right, so they televise it, and there are thousands of people in the stands and huge screens, and it's a huge deal. So is that would you like to do that someday, Lance? Is that what you're trying to get to, or you just enjoy doing what you're doing? And then also tell us what game it is you're playing.
Well, that's not exactly what I'd like to do in the future. Sounds cool, though.
Well, it's very cool.
You can make some money.
Yeah, you can find out way to get paid
very
for
big
it.
money
Yeah.
in it. Yeah, they're sponsored and everything. But, so what game are y'all playing now?
We only play League of Legends right now.
Okay. So explain to us what League of Legends is.
It's a real-time strategy game. It's I like to compare it a little bit to chess almost.
Okay.
Both teams kind of start on different ends of the map that we play on. There's only one called Summoner's Rift, and basically just try and push your way to the other end of the map, and you have to destroy this structure called the Nexus on the other side.
So, and obviously you work together as a team. I assume y'all wearing mics and stuff so you can communicate, or is it visual, or how do you work together as the team?
Well, I'm pretty sure one of the teams used mics, but the team I was on, we didn't use mics. We were all sitting so close together, we thought we'd just talk like normal.
Okay.
Does this play like on an Xbox or the computer? Or
We actually brought our own hardware to the school to play on.
Okay.
So Coach said that there was 12 on the team, 10 at a time, correct, or whatever. So obviously you're sitting here, so that must mean that you are the top level, right? So tell us what it takes to play. I mean, it's nothing I can guarantee any of us sitting at this table could do.
No.
So explain some of the intricacies. Oh, I said that good.
You said that word real good. I'm proud of
of the game, and because I know it can't be easy to do, or maybe easy for you rather.
Well, there is a pretty steep learning curve, and it does take a lot of commitment to keep yourself wanting to play the game, because when you first start out, it is very, very hard. There are so many different things you got to learn that just kind of work together, and
that's a lot of people to work with.
Yeah.
And it teaches a lot of skills other than it teaches the teamwork and the working together to obviously to win or accomplish something, but it's intense. I mean, do you feel that intensity, especially as you're getting closer or getting pushed back a little bit or whatever the terms are? I mean, is it pretty intense?
Yeah, it's pretty intense the entire way through.
Yeah. Do as teammates in those intense moments, Are there, do y'all stay focused and get along? Or are there times, since you are so close, you want to elbow the guy next to you and say, come on?
There's definitely elbow moments.
Okay.
But most of the time we manage to stay level-headed and pull through.
And I'm sure you have to in order to win.
Oh, yes.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jack.
I was wondering what other schools do this.
There are, I think there were 70 other schools in the state that did it.
Wow, I did not know that.
And the top 32 played in a playoffs. It was a single elimination, and both of my teams were in that. We had one team that was 25th, and the other team was 16th in the state.
Oh, congratulations!
So
that's great.
yeah, they did awesome.
Heck yeah.
And they're still practicing. So I actually was called by some kids that are in 8th grade that are coming up next year, and they've said, okay, these 5 of us, we're working together, and we want to be a team next year, so we're getting ready so we can do it next year. I'm like, okay.
So how hard was it to get enough kids involved?
I had 70 kids come to the meeting to talk about it, but when I told them you had to have your own equipment and the original cost to get it going, it dropped down to 12.
No.
Wow. We did it about quick. So,
give us the requirements, the cost and all that. What all you got to have?
This year we had minimum cost because the school helped us get it started. So the kids had to pay $64 to get their ticket or their season pass so that they could play VS, because that's the group that runs the teams.
Okay.
They didn't have to buy the game. The game is free.
Okay.
But you have to have enough hardware that is got enough power and everything to play these games. And
that's where that big cost.
Well, and so we've been looking at how much it would cost to have in-school machines to do this, because unfortunately James Clemens doesn't have a computer lab.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to purchase at least 10 to 20 computers so that I can have at least 10 play next year.
Right.
And a gaming computer, the cheap end, is $1,500.
I was going to say 15 because I've looked at them. And and then you're right. That's the low end.
And that's the low end.
That's the low end.
But that would get us in the door and get us started.
So let me ask you this. So is esports set up like other sports where
is it AHSAA regulated?
Yes,
it is. Okay,
okay,
that was my question.
So my question is it like football and basketball? But there's certain only times of the month that you can practice leading up to season. Is it kind of that way in any?
That hasn't been discussed yet. But I did have to go in and do the whole coaching training.
Yeah.
The kids all had to have a physical. They all had to have the concussion training. They all had to have. I'm like,
come on, Lance.
I'm like, so if my kids
hit your head against the computer, Lance.
Well, I said, if somebody has a concussion, it must be because somebody took a laptop and hit somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
It's in concussion protocol.
I told you not to move.
But it's been so much fun. We started it the last week of January is when we were told we were starting it. We had our first game the 3rd week of February. And we had 9 weeks of play. The first 4 weeks, we had internet connection issues because the kids all use their own device to connect into our network. Is a nightmare.
Yeah. It's kind of like a rain delay.
Well, yep. And there was lots of rescheduling of games, and then everybody in the state has a different week off for vacation, so we had to reschedule those, and then.
Wow.
It's been a learning curve.
Well, just like any other sport, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so is there a chance you can get a scholarship for doing this, Lance?
Yeah, I've heard there's a scholarship, like for normal sports.
Would you be interested if you could get a scholarship in this?
I would be.
Yeah.
Whatever helps your school, great day.
So, you said a lot of teams in state. So, who do you know locally that does esports?
Well, Madison City has both high schools are playing, so we played against Bob Jones. Huntsville High School has one. We played against who are the other teams we played against local?
Like Grissom.
We played Grissom High School.
Okay. Yep.
And who else?
Did we play Sparkman?
Sparkman does not have a team yet, but I know a student that goes there that is really excited and wants to get a team going. So I'm friends with his mom, and he's like, we don't have one of those.
Well, it looks like we have a teammate coming in. No,
yes.
Get on the line.
There you go.
So we got, do we have Serena Simpson?
Yes, that's me.
Okay.
Hi, Serena.
Hi.
So we talked to Lance a little bit about playing esports. How do you enjoy doing that?
And before you get started, Lance was like, saying how he was the best one on the team. How he has to bring the others up.
Our resident pot stirrer.
I'm kidding, Lance. He did.
No, he's a great misfortune, so he's not wrong about being a great misfortune. No, I've been playing video games since I was able to walk. It ran in my family. Both my parents played video games. It's just what we did. And I'd always played it by myself and with my sisters and my family. And going to school and playing it with friends and other people that have the same common interests as you was just a completely different environment. It was different than playing it by yourself in your room, over comms with people and being able to see them and talk to them. And it was really fun.
Well, I bet that was different.
It really was.
Now you're not relying on yourself to win the game, whatever. You've got teammates, and you're having to rely on them as well. So that's a different dynamic, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was nice having being in a group of people with common interests and common things that you wanted to do.
It's a big jump from Mario Brothers, isn't it?
I used to play Donkey Kong and Pac-Man.
Pong.
Come on. I played Pong too, Coach.
Me and Coach know,
Me and Coach know.
Pac-Man.
Have either one of y'all even seen Pong, the original Pong? Have you?
Like the dial?
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Y'all don't know what living is until you sit down on that 13-inch big box TV.
13-inch TV,
black and white.
Oh,
man, you think you're the richest person on the block.
You're giving your age away, Todd.
I know it, sadly.
I think we actually have another one showing up at the...
This is Joaquin. Joaquin.
Come in real quick before we have to go. Let's get you in.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
My name's Joaquin.
Look like you just woke up. You've been playing video games all night?
Something like that.
Okay, here you go. So what makes you enjoy playing esports?
I just like playing competitive games, and so that just gave me a whole new competitive reason to play.
Yeah.
And you didn't know you could actually go to school and say, hey, I can actually play a sport that's sanctioned by the Alabama High School Athletic Association where I can sit there and play video games. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we asked Lance, would y'all be interested in get a scholarship if that was available?
I mean, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to college, but if I were to, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Or are you just gonna go on? He's just gonna declare early he's going pro doing esports. Is what he's gonna do.
So what grade are each of you in? What grade?
I'm a senior.
Senior?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore? Lance?
I'm a junior.
Junior.
So
okay. So y'all got a couple more years to view the Coach is like, thank goodness. All right.
Well, y'all, we this has been amazing because, like I said, I did not know this was a sanctioned sport, but we are been glad to have y'all, and we hope to have y'all back. Maybe we'll find out about some tournaments and.
When does the season fire back up next year?
I don't know exactly the date. I know that it'll be sometime the middle of August. Is when we can get started again.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll be in touch. I'm sure Tim will be reaching out, and we'll definitely have y'all back on. Joaquin, good luck to you going pro. All right. Playing early out of the gate, like Zach said.
That's right. So we appreciate y'all joining us, and like I said, we hope to have y'all back again sometime.
Thank you for your time.
Thank y'all for joining us, Coach awesome. Pam Paquette and Lance, Serena, and Joaquin. There we go. We're going to take us a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 WKC.